kennst diese Gesichter mit diesen Stimmen. Aber du kennst nicht die Gesichter hinter den Stimmen.
Ich bin SpongeBob mit all seinen Emotionen.
Echten.
Keine künstlichen.
Wir alle sollen bald eine Computerstimme bekommen.
Und dann müsst ihr euch Filme ansehen.
Mit künstlichen Stimmen von Robotern. Und diese Roboter wurden mit unseren Stimmen trainiert.
Ohne unsere Zustimmung. Auf illegale Weise.
Illegal.
Illegal.
It all started with Edward Muybridge's The Horse in Motion in 1878. A black and white 2-second documentary that fundamentally changed our perception of storytelling. It was in this moment that cinema was born. Since then, the filmmaking industry has undergone a relentless evolution. Sound, color, special effects, 3D motion. They all added vibrancy and emotional depth to every frame. And now, the next great disruption is upon us: artificial intelligence. A force that is actively rewriting the very rules of filmmaking. The title of a Clint Eastwood starrer from 1966, "The good, the bad and the ugly" may be the only sentence that can perfectly capture the multifaceted impact AI has had on the entertainment industry.
Artificial general intelligence is a giant question mark about whether that's a good idea or a bad idea, and I think we should definitely pump the brakes on that. In terms of generative AI, that can create images from scratch, I think that's really interesting because the data that they scrape from is all the imagery that human beings have ever created, right? And so in a way, it's what we project out into the world, kind of solipsistically. We're putting our subconscious mind and our aesthetics out into the world, and it's coming back to us through these generative AI images, and that's why they're so compelling.
What was once the subject of picket lines and protests during the 2023 Hollywood strikes is now being embraced as a tool that could potentially revolutionize cinema. At this year's Academy Awards, films like Emilia Perez and The Brutalist made waves by incorporating AI to tweak voices and refine performances, blurring the line between human creativity and machine intelligence.
What I'm getting at is that I don't think we should let the technology scare us. I think you don't become a slave to technology. Let us control the technology and put it in the right direction. The right direction being from the individual voice rather than, again, something which is just consumed and tossed away.
However, not everyone is so optimistic about the use of AI. With AI models such as OpenAI's Sora and Google's Veo, a new fear is gripping the film industry. These programs can create entire scenes from simple text prompts, potentially displacing directors, cinematographers, animators, and lighting artists.
It's a strange feeling. If it ever had, you can talk about it, but when you see it happen to you, it's quite disturbing. Somebody to take me and my idea and style and go, okay, AI is going to create what AI thinks Tim Burton Disney characters would look like. And like I said, some of them were quite good, but very disturbing for me.
This growing threat of a machine taking over creative roles has led to widespread fear of losing not just jobs but also professional identity.
How do you expect stories without writers? How do you expect films without directors, without cinematographers? There are so many other fields in the film industry. It's also, AI is a double-edged sword, but pen is always mightier than the sword, and I don't think storytellers, are going away anytime soon.
Last month in July, Mexican voice actors and professionals from the creative industry took to the streets to demonstrate against AI. Their demand: to regulate the use of artificial intelligence technology.
We want a regulation so that dubbing can be done as much as possible by people, by human beings, since we are the ones who can transmit emotions.
The Indian film industry too is dealing with AI-related controversies. On the 1st of August, a 2013 hit film Ranjana starring Sonam Kapoor Ahuja and Dhanush got re-released. In the original movie, Dhanush's character dies. But in a new AI-edited climax, the character wakes up from his deathbed. This AI-edited ending has not gone down well with many, including the lead actor. The actor posted a tweet saying, "This is not the film I committed to 12 years ago. The use of AI to alter films or content is a deeply concerning precedent for both art and artists."
Kundan being alive in the film really takes away, the tragic ending that the film had, and something that stayed with viewers even after, it's been more than 10 years since the film released and the ending stayed with them. So I think it takes away from that experience, it takes away from the story. Legally, the production house has all the rights, so they can possibly do it. But how do you redefine someone's creative expression, and how do you take the story away from a storyteller without their consent? I think there are many, many aspects of it that need to be taken care of.
The debate over AI's place in cinema is a hot topic. In 2023, during what was the longest strike in Hollywood in 3 decades, the Writers Guild of America negotiated a new contract with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, or AMPTP. The contract explicitly states that AI cannot be considered a writer or be credited with literary material. Studios must inform a writer if any material provided to them was AI generated. It also mandates that companies have to disclose if they've used AI generated content. It also prohibits studios from forcing writers to use AI. Although revolutionary, this deal expires next year in May. Given the rapid advancements in AI technology, the question remains, will AI become a collaborative partner, or will it eventually replace human writers?